Yes, Honorable Matibag.
I rise on a question of personal and collective privilege, Madam Chair.
What is the nature of the personal and collective privilege of the Honorable Matibag?
Ito po yung pahayag kaugnay ng sexist na pananalita sa Kongreso kahapon, Madam Chair.
The Honorable Matibag has 10 minutes. Please proceed.
Madam Speaker, at ang aking mga kasama sa Kongreso, tumitindig po ako ngayon hindi upang pag-usapan ang personalidad ng sinuman, kundi upang makiisa sa mga kababaihang nakaramdam ng sakit at pagkadismaya sa mga naging pahayag na lumabas mula sa isang opisyal na pagdinig ng Kongreso. Sa nakalipas na mga araw, marami pong kababaihan ang nagpahayag ng kanilang damdamin. Mga nanay, mga estudyante, mga profesional at mga kabataang Pilipina na nagsabing nasaktan sila sa paraang ang isang babae ay tila naging paksa ng biro o imahinasyon sa loob ng isang institusyong inaasahan nilang magtatanggol sa kanilang dignidad. Bilang isang mambabatas, bilang chairperson ng Committee on Women and Gender Equality, at higit sa lahat, bilang isang nanay ng 2 batang babae, hindi ko po maaaring ipagwalang bahala ang damdaming ito. Tulad ng maraming nanay sa ating bansa, may pangarap ako para sa aking mga anak. Na paglaki nila ay makikita nila ang kanilang sarili sa isang lipunang iginagalang ang kababaihan, pinahahalagahan ang kanilang kakayahan, at hindi ginagawang biro ang kanilang pagkatao. Madam Speaker, ang Kongreso ay isang honorable institution. Ito ang lugar kung saan tayo gumagawa ng mga batas na naglalayang protektahan ang karapatan at dignidad ng bawat Pilipino. Kaya kapag may mga salitang lumalabas sa loob ng ating mga pagdinig na maaring magpakababa sa dignidad ng kababaihan, natural lamang na marami ang magtatanong. Ito ba ang uri ng diskurso na nais nating marinig sa loob ng Kongreso? Ito ba ang halimbawa na nais nating makita ng ating mga anak sa kanilang cellphone, sa kanilang mga telebisyon, o sa dyaryo, o sa radyo? Hindi po natin maikakaila na sa ating lipunan, maraming kababaihan ang araw-araw na nakararanas ng catcalling, pangmamaliit at mga pahayag na nagpapababa sa kanilang dangal. At kaya nga po ipinasa sa Kongreso ang Safe Spaces Act upang malinaw na sabihin na ang ganitong mga pananalita, gaano man ito ipakita bilang biro, ay may epekto sa dignidad ng kababaihan. Ngunit ang usaping ito ay hindi lamang tungkol sa batas. Ito ang tungkol sa kultura ng respeto na nais nating itaguyod sa ating lipunan. At kung nais nating baguhin ang kulturang ito, dapat magsimula ang halimbawa sa loob mismo ng Kongreso. Hindi po natin kailangan magtaasan ng boses upang maipakita ang ating punto. Hindi rin natin kailangang gawing katatawanan ang kababaihan upang makuha ang atensyon. Ang tunay na lakas ng isang lider ay makikita sa respeto, dignidad at malasakit sa kapwa. Bilang isang lagunanay, patuloy kong ipaglalabang respeto para sa bawat babae, para sa bawat nanay na nagsusumika para sa kanyang pamilya, para sa bawat anak na babae na may pangarap, at para sa bawat Pilipinang naniniwala na ang kanilang dignidad ay nararapat igalang. Hayaan po nating maging malinaw. Ang babae ay hindi biro, hindi rin siya pantasya, at ang dignidad ng kababaihan ay hindi kailanman dapat maging katatawanan sa loob ng Kongreso. Madam Speaker, may I respectfully review all what happened. Request the Majority Floor Leader to refer this matter to the Committee on Ethics and Privileges to conduct hearing at the earliest possible time and to require the attendance of concerned parties. I likewise request that the committee submit its report immediately, and I believe that the chairperson for the Committee on Ethics is one of the co-author of the amended Safe Spaces Act. At upang maiwasan natin ang ganitong insidente sa hinaharap, I respectfully request, hinihiling ko din po, na ang substitute bill amending the Safe Spaces Act ay maisama sa LEDAC priority measures. Madam Speaker, ang respeto sa kababaihan ay hindi lamang usapin ng batas, ito ay usapin ng dangal ng ating institusyon at ng ating bansa. Maraming salamat po. Diyos te agmina kada kayo amin, Apo.
Majority Leader.
Madam Speaker,
Madam Speaker, I move to recognize the Honorable Sara Alago from the Gabriela Party List.
The Honorable
her
Sara
manifestation.
Ilago of Party List Gabriela is hereby recognized
Yes,
to
Madam Speaker.
interpolate.
Yes. This is a manifestation, Madam Speaker, in relation to the personal privilege speech of Representative Matibag. We in Gabriela Women's Party join the chairperson of the Committee on Women and Gender Equality, Representative Ann Matibag, in calling out remarks that reinforce the very culture of objectification of women that this institution has a duty to dismantle. When a member of Congress speaks in a way that objectifies women, the harm extends far beyond. May real-life consequences po ito sa mga babaeng nakakaranas ng iba't ibang forma ng abuso, pambabastos, diskriminasyon sa araw-araw. Hindi dapat nagiging normal ang ganito, lalo pa sa Kongreso at public office, kung saan nakakaapekto ang mismong mga salita, mga pahayag, mga aksyon natin pagdating sa patakaran, sa kultura at pang-araw-araw na buhay ng mga kababaihan at lahat ng ordinaryong mamamayan. This is also a matter of dignity and equality. Women are half of the people we represent, and many of them bear the heaviest burdens of poverty, high prices of goods, low wages, workplace harassment, and violence at home and in public spaces. If this chamber cannot model basic respect, then we contribute to the normalization of harassment and discrimination everywhere else. Our statutes, from the Magna Carta of Women to laws against sexual harassment and other forms of violence against women, reflect the state's obligation to promote fundamental equality, ensure women's participation in public life, and hold offenders accountable. And those principles do not stop at the doors of Congress. Kailangan palakasin ng Kongresong ito ang mga existing na patakaran kaugnay nito para sa House members mismo at para sa pagsasakatuparan ng mga gender-sensitive practices bilang parte ng rules of the House of Representatives. We must establish a mandatory gender sensitivity and anti-sexual harassment training for all members of the House and our staff. Hindi lang po para sa mga bago at returning, pero maging sa mga miyembro na ngayon ng Kongreso, yung pagtitiyak na continuing po ang ating raising ng awareness at education pagdating sa karapatan ng mga kababaihan at sitwasyon ng mga kababaihan sa politika at pampublikong buhay. We must strengthen and fully implement a safe workplace policy within Congress. There should also be a firm commitment by this chamber to advance legislation and policies that protect women and uphold their rights, especially measures that strengthen protections against harassment and discrimination, promote decent work, and ensure accessible services for survivors of violence against women. We also joined the call of the House Committee on Women and Gender Equality Chairperson for the referral of this matter to the Committee on Ethics for appropriate action. Accountability must be institutional, not merely personal. So let this be a turning point, Madam Speaker. Let us act with the seriousness that the Filipino people, especially Filipino women, deserve. Isang palaban na buwan ng kababaihan sa lahat. Maraming salamat.
Thank you, Honorable Ilago. Majority Leader.
thank you.
Madam Speaker,
Madam Speaker,
I move to recognize the Honorable Percy Sandania from Akbayan Party List. Madam Speaker.
Madam
for
Speaker.
his manifestation.
And after, okay, the Honorable Percival Sardania is recognized for his interpellation.
Madam Speaker, this is a manifestation. Una-una po, nais ko pong batiin ang ating po Madam Speaker, ang lahat po ng kababaihan sa kapuluang ito. Gayun din po ang ating chairperson ng Committee on Women and Gender Equality na isang maligayang buwan ng kababaihan. And I'd also like to greet all women legislators who continue to champion the rights of women and people of diverse genders. The Interparliamentary Union identified 7 key areas for gender-sensitive action in Congresses. Of these, 2 areas are particularly relevant to our context today. First, women and men share responsibility for gender equality. This representation wishes to emphasize that the emancipation of women and people of diverse genders are not their burden alone. Ang pagkakapantay-pantay po ay hindi lamang nakasalalay sa mga babae, hindi lamang sa mga LGBT, pero pati sa mga lalaki. It requires the active engagement and shared responsibility of men, most especially of our colleagues who hold power. Second, gender-sensitive parliamentary structure and culture. In light of what happened, this representation would like to ask that as a way forward, our gender focal point persons and focal point system within the House of Representatives conduct gender sensitivity training for our legislators. Sa mismong plenaryo pong ito, pumasa ang bawal bastos law at iba pang gender legislations. Tayo na po sana ang manguna sa pagsasabuhay ng prinsipyong tinatayuan natin. Tayo na po ang mangunang magsulong ng paggalang at pagkakapantay-pantay. Muli po sa ating po mga kasamang kababaihan sa
Ada Ismula from the Akbayan Party List for her manifestation.
The Honorable Representative from Akbayan Party List is recognized for manifestation.
Madam Speaker, this is a manifestation. I would like to manifest my strong support to the personal privilege speech of our Committee on Women and Gender Equality Chairperson, Rep. Ann Matibag, condemning the unbecoming remarks uttered during the Committee on Justice proceedings yesterday. Ang ganitong pahayag ay inappropriate at insensitive sa kababaihan. Isang malinaw na kawalan ng respeto. Hindi natin pwedeng palampasin ng ganito. As leaders, we must stand firm in defending women's dignity and rights and send a clear message. Walang puwang ang pangbabastos sa kababaihan sa lipunan ng ating pinaglilingkuran. Lalong-lalo na, ngayong buwan ay sineselebrate pa natin ang buwan ng kababaihan. Yun lamang po, Madam Speaker. Maraming salamat po.
Majority Leader.
Madam Speaker, I move to acknowledge the Honorable Representative of the Akbayan Party List, Honorable Jose Manuel Chel Diok.
The Honorable Representative from Akbayan Party List is hereby recognized for a manifestation or to interpolate? For a manifestation.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I manifest my full support to Representative Ann Matibag and her call for accountability. Gusto ko din pong ipaabot sa kanya at sa publiko na hindi lahat ng lalaki ay bastos o hindi marunong gumalang sa mga kababaihan. Bilang human rights defender, mahalaga po sa akin ang respeto. Every human being deserves to be treated with dignity. Maraming salamat po, Madam Speaker.
Majority Leader.
Madam Speaker, I move to recognize the Honorable Representative of the Kabataan Party List, Honorable Rene Luisco, for her manifestation.
The Honorable Rene Luisco of Kabataan Party List is hereby recognized for manifestation.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, just to keep it brief, I join the good Representative Ann Matibag in fully supporting the different calls by which kailangan i-ensure that this Women's Month, women's rights are fully respected. Especially this chamber and other officials na tinitignan ng kabataan ngayon, we should set an example how not only to treat women, but also paano pinahahalagahan ang kababaihan, and paano i-ensure na during not only this month but sa entire period no ng ating taon, and babakbak din yung iba't ibang sistema no and practices sa ating lipunan that continue and perpetuate a cycle of disrespect, no, of violence that this chamber is working hard to undo, not only by passing amendments to the Safe Spaces Act, but also other legislation like the Expanded Violence Against Women and Children Act, and other ways to ensure that the world we leave the next generation of young women is safer, and they see greater respect not only for them as young women, pero kahit sa pagtuloy-tuloy ng kanilang buhay. That's all, Madam Speaker. And once again, I join this representative in their calls to make priority legislation, the other amendments to laws to ensure that respect for women is provided. Thank you po.
Thank you very much, Honorable Rene Co. Majority Leader.
Madam Speaker, I move now to recognize the Honorable Bong Sontay for his manifestation.
The
Thank you very
Honorable
much.
Bong Sontay is recognized.
Madam Speaker, sa pagdinig ng komite, may mga pahayag na nabitawan na naging sanhi ng matinding reaksyon at pagkabahala mula sa iba't ibang sektor. Nais kong kilalanin ang mga damdamin na ito. Tunay at mahalaga, tunay at mahalaga. Marami sa ating mga kababayan, lalo na ang mga kababaihan at mga grupo na matagal nang lumalaban para sa dignidad at pagkapantay-pantay ang nagpahayag ng kanilang saluluobin. May mga interpretasyon na naganap sa mga nasabi sa pandinig, sentimento na ginagalang ko at pinakikinggan. Madam Speaker, nakapagpaliwanag na rin po ako at ginagalang ko naman ang lamdamin ng aking mga kasamahan dito. Ngunit inuulit ko po, during the hearings, I was arguing on principles that lawyers and legislators should know. That the person cannot be held liable for mere thoughts, imaginations, or associations without an overt act. That is a legitimate argument in any constitutional discussion, criminal or constitutional discussion. Pero kagaya ng sinabi ko, the analogy might have been in bad taste and were taken in the wrong context. Ilang beses ko na rin sinabi na that was precisely the point that I wanted to make. That at times, statements are taken out of context. Ngunit kagaya ng sinabi ko, at maraming beses ko na rin inulit, there was no malice intended. And if there was malice deduced from that statements, I wish to apologize dun sa mga natamaan at nasaktan. Kaisa nyo ako at hindi ko po layunin na makagambala sa mga nais gawin dito. My record on women's welfare is real. The Gender and Development Code at Bawal na Bastos Ordinance, which I authored in Quezon City, were not small achievements. They were early attempts to build a culture of respect and accountability towards women in public spaces. My actions and my past history will show and prove the kind of person that I am. If my colleagues here would like to judge me for one statement that I made, then that is their right. And I respect that right. Kagaya ng inuulit ko, we should look at the person by his actions and not mere statements. Palagay ko, walang perpektong tao dito. Marami ditong nagsasalita. Pero kung gusto natin pasukin yung issue na yan, nirerespeto ko at ginagalang ko. Kagaya ng sinabi ko, natutuwa ako na napakabilis ng aksyon ng aking mga kasamahan na i-refer to sa Ethics Committee. Nananalangin ako na sana sa ibang aspeto rin ng katiwalayan, lalong-lalo na sa katiwalayang napapaloob dito sa ating kapulungan, ganun din tayo mag-refer sa Ethics Committee. Muli, sa aking pagtatapos, ulitin ko, Ginagalang ko ang kapasyahan ng aking mga kasamahan dito. Uulitin ko rin, humihingi ako ng pasensya sa mga kababaihan na na-offend dun sa aking mga sinabi. At muli, aking hihilingin that I hope I be judged not from one statement, but from the kind of person that I am, kung anong klaseng tao ako, kung anong prinsipyo ang meron ako, at kung paano ko ito ipinaglalaban. Maraming salamat po, Madam Speaker.